go to another level. You must try to learn and hear something new. So make the change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Toni Harris Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Yeah.
Welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor show. My name is Toni Harris Taylor, CEO and founder of Drastic Results, marketing and sales coaching, where I teach entrepreneurs just like you how to get known, get connected so that you can get paid to make six figures and beyond. I'm also the proud multi-unit award-winning franchisee with Network in Action Global Partners, where me and my leaders all around the country are building networks to help you to stay in business through relationships. I want to welcome you today. We're going to talk about getting your mindset ready for raising your prices. Ugh. And I say that because it's a struggle. I get it. To raise your prices, charge what you're worth. It's a struggle for me. Every time I'm going next level, I have a coach in the background cheering me on, pushing me, saying, you can do it, you can do it. And I'm going to tell you something. You can't raise your prices without a coach. You cannot raise your prices without help. Because for us, we're too close to our business and what we do. And most of us are doing what we love, and we really would give it away for free if the bill collectors would allow us to do that. And so in order to go your next level, you have to have a coach who gives you the right mindset and the wings and permission to take your business and your pricing to the next level. Every time I've raised my rates, it's been a mental challenge for me. It's been drastic for me. And I guarantee you, I never would have done it if I didn't have my coach in the background telling me it's okay, you can do this. My question to you is, who's cheering you on? Who's the coach that's giving you the wings to raise your prices? And it makes me really sad when I come across people and they just have this mental block against charging their worth. Now, I'm going to tell you, when you raise your prices, you got to also change your persona. And I think a lot of that is where the hesitation comes in, because they don't really want to show up in a way that will make their pricing, make them be able to charge what they're worth. But if you get you some support and some help, it's going to help. Today, my guest is just that, a high ticket coach. He helps his clients be able to charge what they're worth so that they can have the freedom that they desire. My guest today is Michael Baptiste, someone that I slightly am jealous of because he gets to work, and I do too, but he gets to work all over the world. And today he's coming in from Thailand. And so we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the mentality it takes to take your business to the next level and charge what you're worth. We'll be right back with my guest, Michael Baptiste. 76% of warm referrals actually close. Are you getting all the referrals that you want? My name is Toni Harris Taylor, and I am the community builder with Network in Action Northeast Houston. I bring business owners together to help them to build relationships to bring each other more leads. If you're interested in getting more leads for your business, contact me at NIA Northeast Houston. Awesome. We are back with my guest, Mr. Michael Baptiste, who is visiting us live from Thailand. So the first question I have is, what time is it?
It is 11:06 p.m. for me right now.
All right. So we are exactly 12 hours apart. and you are still young, so you don't have to be in the bed at 9 o'clock like summer. So thank you so much for staying up and being on this call. Yay. So in your own words, introduce yourself to our audience.
Absolutely. So wholeness, high vibrations, and greatness, everyone. Thank you so much, Toni, for this opportunity to come on your platform and share with your audience. And hello, everyone. Again, as she mentioned, my name is Michael Baptiste, and I am an innovative online life and business coach. I am the founder of a program called highticketfreedom.com, where we help people learn how to take their ideas, knowledge, and life experience, package it into high ticket offers, learn how to promote it out there into the market so that way they can get paid to share their gift with the world and use it to live life on their terms like I've been able to do for a few years. And that's what we do inside of our program, High Ticket Freedom. I'm also the founder of Banana Wave Banana Milk, which is a non-dairy milk alternative beverage made from bananas that we actually package commercially. And we've actually scaled this product into over 4,000 retail stores like Walmart, Whole Foods, HEB, GNC, and many, many others. And through that success, I've been able to help other people learn how they can take their ideas, knowledge, and life experiences, package them into offers online, package them into high ticket products online or in stores. And the best part about all of what I do is I help people do it at a high ticket level. So that's just a quick little story about me. And I'm also a former professional basketball player where I was the #1 leading scorer and #1 leading rebounder in Thailand. And I was also an actor in a Spike Lee movie, an award-winning Spike Lee movie. So that's just a little bit about who I am.
You got a lot going on there. And the banana milk. So I can get it local here in Houston?
HEB, maybe, I'm not sure about Houston Whole Foods, but definitely Houston HEB.
HEB
and
for
if not,
sure.
Yeah, on our website, we have a zip code feature where you can go and type in your zip code and it'll show you surrounding stores that actually carry the product near you.
All right. Well, we will definitely be checking those products out on the shelf. When I get there, I'll take a picture and shout you out. Excellent. But today, we're here to talk about, first and foremost, did you hear my monologue at the beginning about the mindset?
It was so great.
Okay.
So great. So great.
So let's talk about that. So in your experience, what is the pushback you get when you start telling people to charge more?
The biggest pushback is, well, if I charge more, is anybody going to pay for this? And for most people, that comes from a lack of self-confidence or a lack of self-worth. And for a lot of us growing up, and I'm not sure how you grew up, but for most of us, if you didn't grow up in a rich family, you were not taught about certain principles of how to value money, how to receive money, how to earn money, right? You maybe were taught, go to school, get a job, and you can only earn but so much, right? Like they're gonna pay you so much so that way you can't fully quit, but you got to come back on Monday to get more, right? So like a lot of us come from that mindset, and that mindset has been passed on generationally. So whether it's our mother or our father or our grandma or our grandpa, like somebody had that mindset and continue to pass it down to us. So by the time you're at the age where you're like, oh, okay, I want to start a business, I want to put myself out there, let me go do it. I think I should charge $16 because that's how much I was getting paid at the job. So I should only charge $16 an hour. And most people kind of, trap themselves because of that mindset. So I would say that's the biggest thing, is the mindset of how do I get over that, that fear of charging more. I'm realizing that I'm worth more, asking for more, receiving more, and being able to deliver more to my clients and customers. I would say that's the biggest, the #1 biggest thing. And the second thing I would say is most people, they just don't know how. And when you don't know how to do something, you're confused about how to do it. What do? You do nothing. So most people, when they don't know how to charge more, they don't know how to strategically increase their prices by increasing the value of what they offer. They just find themselves not doing anything and staying in that same, that same will of that comfortable zone, right? They just stay here in that comfort zone without even realizing that they can just, develop the new skill by hiring a coach, working with somebody who already has that skill. They step out of that comfort zone, and now they can actually, go to where they want to be in life. So I would say those are two of the biggest things is #1, lack of self-worth, and #2, not knowing how, which again, guidance, coaching, advisory, these things can help you figure out.
Absolutely. And so in my monologue, I said, it's no way you can raise your prices without permission and help from a coach. And I hear that
I agree.
Concur with that.
100%.
So, and I know we didn't rehearse any of this, but I'm going to ask you, do you remember the first time you went from this level to this level and what it took for you to do that?
Coaching, 100%. I wouldn't be the man I am today without my mentors and my coaches. So shout out to one of my coaches and mentors. Her name is Miss Ann McNeil. Maybe you've heard of her, maybe not. But Miss Ann McNeil.
I know Ann. Well,
Oh,
yes.
look at
I
that! Look
love
at that! Look at
Ann.
that!
You know, her
Oh
brand is all
man,
about being red too. So absolutely.
yeah, the red and black, red and black,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So that's like that's my mama right there. She literally took me under her wing and grew me to be the businessman that I am today. And like based on her mentorship, she started mentoring me in 2011. And in 2011, I closed my first high ticket client. I had the idea to put together my first seminar in 2013. And in 2013, I closed my first six figure client. And in 2016, I helped that six figure client get into a Whole Foods and Walmart. And right,
Wow.
and so like it totally changed my life. Having Miss Ann McNeil as my mentor. I give her the credit. I give credit to mentorship all day, every day, because without it, I probably still would have been going on that same path of trying to be a basketball player. And the version of me that I once was. I'm not him no more, and
Right.
I'll never be him again, thanks
Right.
to the mentorship and coaching. So
Yeah.
while she was one of my coaches, I've had other coaches that I've invested in over the years. And so the very first time I went from like, trying to figure this stuff out to that first breakthrough result, 100% because of coaching. The next
Yeah.
time I went to having breakthrough results, 100% because of coaching. And even with our Banana Way business, we had coaches, we had advisors, we had, one of our mentors actually built a $200 million beverage company. And so they were behind the scenes kind of giving us some plays and game strategy on how to maneuver to be able to build our business to the point where we got it to, and then to be able to actually exit our existing business, which we did in 2021. So every time we went to another level, every time I had a breakthrough, it's because of coaching. Even right
Absolutely.
now to this day, I have three coaches, and I firmly believe in the power of coaching.
Absolutely. I have three coaches myself, and
Mm,
because it changes the game, and each one has their own lane that they ride in. But yes, it's important. Ann McNeil gave me my first ride in a Tesla. I just got to shout back in
oh,
2017 when it wasn't cool to have a Tesla. She was the coolest. So there
yes.
you go. So yes, we'll have to
Wow.
talk more on that as well. The world is definitely small.
It
So
is.
um yeah, I heard something there. I know you have a portion of your business also that helps people get into retail. And I'm in a network today that probably could use a lot of what you're talking about. So I'm going to connect you into that network as well. But let's talk about
Thank you.
what it takes to get into retail.
Yes. So number one, if you want to get into retail, you can't have a weak heart. I'm just gonna tell you that. You need a heart that's you really want to be in retail, because it's not the easiest lane of business to go into. A lot of my students that I work with, I like to tell them, hey, create something online first, sell it online first, and then go into stores later. Because retail, it's a different level. It's like going from playing, and I don't know if for you sports guys, or I'll just use sports because that's the best analogy my
Sure,
mind can give. It's
sure.
like going from playing on the park on Sundays or Saturdays, right, with the guys at the court on the weekends, to literally going into like the Dallas Maverick Stadium and like playing against the San Antonio Spurs, right? It's a different level. So because it's that highest level, you just have to be prepared. And if you're not prepared, then retail, you may want to step back and think it through before you go in. But I would say the process of going to retail goes a little bit like this. The first step is that you need to identify what's a real problem in the marketplace that people are experiencing, or where there's a gap in the marketplace. That gap could be there's a lack of nutritional products on the market. That gap could be there's a lack of mineral based products. That gap could be there's a lack of products for a specific minority group of people, right? Or
Sure,
there's a lack of products
sure,
for people that have a certain allergy or
sure.
food disorder, whatever it may be, right? Then once we identify what that gap is, then we have to actually create and develop a product. And now that product needs to have a couple of things. It needs to be able to it needs to be good, right? It needs to be quality product. But also there are certain things you need to have in place, whether that be a nutritional facts label, commercial packaging, whether that be having a brand story. Like there's certain elements that these stores will be looking for before they accept your product on the shelf. So
Sure.
let's say you got that, bam, you got nutritional facts, you got the product packaging in around the product commercially. You've got these things in place. Then comes the next step of actually identifying who are the retail stores that are going to benefit from this product and how are their consumers going to benefit from this product. Once you identify those, then you actually need to, I have done this so much. So I have like certain tools and scripts and templates and like, documentation and whatnot, where I know what to send out. But then comes the next step of, okay, you need to make sure that you got your sales sheet ready so that way you can start sending this out. You need to make sure you have your pricing in place so that way you price your products for your profit margin, your distributor's profit margin, and your retailer's profit margin.
Right.
So right out the gate, you're going to need 3 prices just so that way you can stay competitive in the economic landscape. But that's not even talking about your price for your costs. That's not even talking about your manufacturing costs.
Wow.
That's not even talking about your labor costs. That's not even talking about your shipping, warehousing, storage fees. That's not talking about none of that, right? So just off of that alone, like you should be kind of realizing like, oh, okay, there's actually some real things involved with retail, right?
Sure.
But that's just on the cost side. That's not talking about finding the suppliers, finding the manufacturers, finding the shipping companies to work with, finding the warehousing company to work with, right? You have to interview these companies and see, is this a company you want to partner with and grow your business with? Because there's so many out there. So there's quite a bit that goes into retail. But once you move beyond that point where you're starting to send out your sales material to these retailers, then comes the next step of getting those appointments with those retailers. And it takes a follow-up process. Again, this is something that we've done. So we actually have a system in place with several follow-up emails and messages to be able to know how to follow up. But once you get to that point of an appointment, then comes the process of just selling the product. And once you sell it, if they say yes, they'll buy a sample. If they like it, they'll buy more.
All that, and they just gonna get a sample? Get out of here.
Most companies, like they'll buy a sample to start with to try it for themselves and their other decision makers. But if they like it, they might buy 5 cases, 10 cases, 1 pallet. It just really depends. It just really depends on your product. So, but that's just a short version of it.
I was going to say, you are a wealth of knowledge on that, and you obviously love talking about it, and I appreciate that. So I may have some connections for you on that. When we come back from commercial, we're going to talk about networking, because I'm the networking queen, and we can't not talk about networking and how it's helped you grow your business. We'll be right back. All right, so we are back with Michael Baptiste, and I'm going to ask the question I ask all my guests. How has networking helped you grow your business?
Great question. Networking has helped me grow my business in multiple ways, from finding business partners to do business with, to being able to find clients to actually service and provide value for, to being able to find investors, right? And people to be able to help me and fund some of these ventures and fund some of these ideas. All the way to being able to find other people that I can serve and that I can help. And I would say the biggest, most important thing for me above all is I've been able to gain new friendships, new relationships with awesome, amazing people that just like, by being around these people, I automatically get pulled up to their level, right? And so it's like birds of a feather flock together. So I've been able to find a lot of like-minded people like myself that are leaders, that are producers, and that actually care about people and care about people's results and outcomes with the products and services they put out there. So those are a couple of ways networking's helped me.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to share how you and I met. I think, and I have to go back and look at the message string, but we met through LinkedIn, and I was running some automations. Yep. And it was an automation that got us connected. Immediately, I invited you to do a one-to-one with me, and we connected, and here we are. And this is the beginning of big things for us. So LinkedIn Messenger works, you guys. You can invite people off a Messenger onto a Zoom call, and then it begins the relationship. I always say networking is dating, and nobody gets married without the first date. So Michael, we're about to get married. I can feel it. All right. My second question is, what's the biggest drastic step, and you've got a lot, that you've ever taken in business?
um, so you say, what was the most drastic step I've taken?
Yes.
Ooh, all right, that's kind of scary. So I would say the first drastic step that I took is I had to, and for those of you listening, this may sound a little weird, but I had to let the old version of myself die in order for the new version of myself to be born. And what that looked like is once I got into coaching with Miss Ann McNeil and reading the book Think and Grow Rich, I realized, okay, for where I want to go in life, there's a new version of Michael Baptiste I need to become, and I need to show up every day. So what is that? What does he look like? What does that successful CEO look like? What does that successful entrepreneur Michael Baptiste look like? That's what he looks like. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be that version today and every single day from now on. So I would say that was the first drastic step, is creating a new vision for my life, stepping into that vision and living it every day, and choosing this new version of myself every day, which is very, very drastic and difficult. I would say the second most drastic step that we took was when we wrote a business plan and started pitching investors, asking for over $1 million from investors, and we got about $750,000 to produce our first 5,000 cases. That was a drastic step where we were like, "Yo, it's all on the line now." Like,
Yeah.
it's on the line now. Everything's on the line. Like, win, lose, or draw, it's on you guys. There's nobody else. Like, you guys took this investor capital. There's some serious money, and you gotta get these people their money back. You gotta make these investors their money.
Right.
So,
you can't quit after that. I love it.
Oh no, it was
like
back against the wall.
One, though.
Back against the wall.
Yeah, I love the first one because we have to release some form of our old self. It's metamorphosis, right? It's transformation. It's like the caterpillar going to the butterfly. You can't stay in that state and expect to fly. And all of us have had to release old personality, old habits, and that it could be as simple as getting up earlier, right? It's drastic for some people. People want to sleep in, but getting up earlier, preparing for the next day, releasing some relationships that hold you back. Yeah, you said a mouthful when you said you had to release the old you to become the new you. Well, Michael, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to share who you are. Tell everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. So if you'd like to get in touch with me and learn more about what it is that I do, I actually offer a free online life and business consultation session. So if you'd like to learn more about that, you can go to highticketfreedom.com/apply and sign up for a free consultation. We can talk one-on-one about helping you to grow your life, improve your life and grow your business at the same time. And you can visit our website, highticketfreedom.com, to see more about what it is that we do. We provide free training, free content there. So make sure you sign up for some of our free classes there. And if you like to tap in with me on social media, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Mr. Michael Baptiste. If you're on Facebook, Mr. Michael Baptiste. And if we have a free Facebook group called the High Ticket Society, you can come and join that for free. Tap in with us there. I'm on Instagram at Mike Baptiste. I'm on TikTok at Mike_Baptiste, on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. And then YouTube, you can search me at Michael Baptiste. Those are my social media links. And for anybody else that wants to reach out to me directly, you can send me an email at info@highticketfreedom.com. And I believe that my phone number will be shared as well. That's 786-558-3109. Again, phone number 786-558-3109. Reach out to me. Let's get in touch. Let's help you transform your life and business too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for a little bit of your time staying up late in Thailand. You can go to bed now. And I am super excited to continue our conversation because I want to get into the High Ticket Society, not only to learn, because my goal is to get to a 25K program. And
you can do it. You can do it.
And so I want to be hanging around people who are charging at that level. And then also I want to introduce them to my networking, because networking is a great way to take your business to the next level. Thank you so much, Michael, and we will be talking soon.
Absolutely. You're very welcome, Toni. Thank you.
All right, we are back. That was really, really great. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing your journey, especially that retail journey. Wow. Glad I'm just selling me. All right, I am sharing my screen because I want to invite you to check out my new 3-day networking virtual intensive program called the Show Up, Be Up, Follow Up to Blow Up program. It is 3 days to learn the strategies to get known, get connected, and get paid. You can scan that QR code there. I'll put the information to check out the details on the landing page in the comments after the show is over. But I had the privilege of speaking last week for my coaches community, his high ticket community. And what I came away with is y'all need to learn how to network. And so, and admittedly, they are all like, this was golden, this information you shared. And I felt like a long-term program wouldn't be good enough. So we're doing a 3-day virtual intensive. Day 1 is show up. Day 2 is be up. Day 3 is how to follow up. And the program is for you if you've ever said networking is not working. You are sick of attending events, passing out cards, and nothing happens. You know there's got to be a better way to network, but you haven't discovered how. You need more connections, collaborations, community to support you in your business. You want more referrals. You want to speak on more stages. You want to find your strategic alliances and joint venture partners. What the heck are those? You need to be there. And you want to learn how to turn your contacts into contracts. The next one is May 4th through 6th. I'll put the information in the contact in the comments, and you can check out the landing page and the investment as well. So I wanted to make sure that I give my family what they need. And what I know for sure is many of you are hiding behind the computer and you're not building relationships. You're not showing up. You're not going on dates, and you're not converting your contacts into contracts. And this program is going to help you to do it faster and get yourself out there. Plus, you'll be a part of our community. So I would love for you to check it out. Thank you so much for watching today's show. I thought it was chock full of great information. Remember, if you want to sell at a higher level, you're not going to be able to do it without having help. And we are here to support you. My name is Toni Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
With Toni Harris.